2. Introducing Antonio Vivaldi. Antonio Vivaldi was one of the finest Italian composers of the early 18th century. Like most musicians of the Baroque era, he was extremely versatile. He was a composer, conductor, performer, and teacher. Curiously, he didn't start his professional life as a musician, but rather as a Catholic priest. It seems that a weak constitution hampered his ability to fulfill his clerical duties, such as conducting masses. Ultimately, he, or perhaps his superiors, decided that a life in the church was not in the cards for him. So he turned his attention in another direction: music. His career and musical output were inextricably woven into the cultural fabric of Venice. For a relatively small city of 110,000 inhabitants, Venice in the early 18th century boasted no less than 8 opera houses. Much like moviegoers of today who flock to their local cineplex to see the latest releases, Venetians filled the opera houses nightly to catch the latest works by their favorite composers, Vivaldi among them. We estimate that he composed between 40 and 50 operas. But there were many times during the year when, for religious reasons, operas were not performed, usually because their plots were so risque. During these more somber and devotional periods of the year, Vivaldi composed choral music and a whole lot of exciting instrumental music, including almost 500 concertos. These are the works for which Vivaldi is most famous today. Throughout much of his professional life, Vivaldi had an association with the Ospedale della Pietà, a charitable institution for orphaned or impoverished girls. These young women received not only room and board, but also exceptional musical training. In return, they played in the school's orchestras. They provided a fantastic resource for Vivaldi, allowing him to experiment with his instrumental writing while developing the concerto genre. Written accounts show that their astonishing musical talents dazzled Venetians and visitors to the city alike.